So welcome back. We are discussing about the different engineering curves. So initially we have seen the classification of different types of curves, and then we have seen the conic sections, and in that we are discussing specifically an ellipse. And now we are going to see how we can draw the ellipse by using a concentric circle method. Okay. So we have already discussed that generally whenever you have to draw the ellipse, so there are two important parameters in ellipse. One is a major axis and another is a minor axis. So if we know the major axis and minor axis, in that case it is very easy for us to start drawing the ellipse. So here you are using the concentric circle method. So in this method it is expected that you should draw first of all the major axis and minor axis, okay, and name their ends like this. So suppose this is the major axis drawn, point A and point B, major axis dimension whatever is given, that you have to draw horizontal line. Then you have to draw the vertical line perpendicular to it, bisecting this AB, which is specified here as a CD, which is actually the minor axis. Okay, then taking the intersection of this AB and CD, you will get this intersecting point. So you have to use this center point. Okay, so use this point as a center and draw the two concentric circles considering both major axis and minor axis as diameters. So if I consider that this AB is a diameter and this as a center, so I will get this circle here, okay, which is drawn from here like circle, outer circle. Okay, similarly you have to draw the circle with this minor axis as a diameter. Okay, so this is the circle drawn, this one with the minor axis as a diameter, and this is drawn with the major axis as a diameter. These are two circles you have to draw. Okay, now once you draw these circles, you have to divide this circle into 12 equal parts. So already we are having this one horizontal line drawn, this vertical line you are drawn there. Okay, now if you have to divide into 12 equal parts, so we can take your radius of this particular larger circle in your compass, put your end point over here and just intersect that radius over here. Similarly keep that center here and intersect your radius here. So this way you will get these all other intersecting points, and with the help of which we can divide this particular circle into 12 equal parts. So these are the different points that you will get. Okay, and once you have drawn these arcs here by considering the length equal to radius in your compass and are getting these different points, so you are going to mark this point as 1, mark this point as 2, then this point as 3, then this as 4, 5, then 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now this is A and B, 11 and 12, 12 parts are there of this particular circle. Now simply you join this 1 and 6, so automatically you will get a corresponding point, intersecting point on this particular circle also. So you will get this point on 2. Similarly when you join this 2 and 7, okay, then you join 3 and 8, so that time you will get this point 3 and 8 on this smaller circle also. Similarly when you draw this 4 and 9, so you will get this 4 over here on this smaller circle and 9 over here. So like this you will get all these different points on this smaller circle as well. Now what is next thing is, simply you have to draw the vertical lines from the points on the outer circle. So like in this case this is the point on the outer circle 1, so you have to draw vertical line downward here. Similarly from 2 you have to draw downward line, 3 downward, 4 downward, all this. While in this case also you have to draw two vertical line upward in this case, or draw lower points. So like this you are just going to draw the vertical lines, and then similarly you have to draw horizontal lines from this point which are on the smaller circle. So like this you draw horizontal point, horizontal line. So you will find out that this vertical line from the outer circle and this horizontal line from the inner circle will get intersected at certain point, and this is nothing but the point on the ellipse. So similarly you can draw the vertical and horizontal lines from this 2 and 2 from outer and inner circle, and accordingly you will be getting these different points on this intersection of these two vertical and horizontal lines. So when you join all these points obtained in this way, so that curve is nothing but called as a ellipse. And for drawing this curve actually you have to use a French curves. So we have seen in the previous presentation the French curves, which are having some different kinds of curves on it. So you have to make matching of these different points by making use of that particular French curve, so you can draw the ellipse properly. Okay, because in case you try to draw it by freehand, it cannot be drawn proper, so it is better to use the French curve for drawing it. This is what is the procedure simultaneously written over here, all the steps which I just now explained to you. Okay, so now we will see how we can draw the parabola by using the rectangle method. So here also the steps are specified for this. So this parabola in this case is required to be drawn. So this actually parabola have different applications. So let us first of all discuss the applications, and then we will discuss about it, how to draw it. Okay, so parabolas are used in parabolic antennas. So you might have seen the parabolic collectors, okay, which are used for, as generally the solar collectors are of parabolic shape. Then whenever the projectile is being uh, moving in the space, so whatever the path will be followed by the projectile, that is actually this kind of curve is there, parabola. Or there is a parabolic microphone also available. Then satellite dishes, so that satellite dishes are also having the same shape like a parabola here. Also if you throw the ball in air, so whatever the path that will be followed by the ball, so that is actually a parabolic curve that will be obtained. Suppose if you throw the ball from this end, so it will reach to a particular height, and again it will come down to this particular distance. Similarly, the automobile headlights are also provided with this elliptical shape for as a reflector. So in this case actually the most important dimensions which are important is nothing but the height of this particular, okay, and the length of this parabola. So this is the base, or you can say, for this parabola, okay, and this is the height of that. So let us see now how to draw this by using the rectangle method. So first draw the rectangle of given size. It means whatever is the distance it has to cover, that is the width and height of that parabola that we have to draw. So that you will be drawing first, means that rectangle you have to draw first, having this width and height. Okay, then divide that into two equal parts. Okay, it means now suppose you have drawn this particular rectangle like this. So you have started with this point, you have drawn horizontally, this width you have drawn, and this height, okay, and you have completed this particular rectangle. Then you divide this rectangle into two equal parts. So like this it is being divided into two equal parts. Okay, now let us use this left hand side for the construction, because whatever the curve is there on the left hand side, same curve will be on the right hand side. So we'll be initially constructing this particular curve. So what you have to do is divide this height and this height and this particular length in equal number of parts, and name those points as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever this distance is there, half distance of this width or the length, we have to divide this into equal number of parts. Suppose if I am going to make the 6 number of parts of this, similarly same number of parts have to be made of this particular height of it. Then join these vertical points to the top center of rectangle. So this rectangle is there, so this is the top center of this rectangle. You have to join these all the points on this vertical line like this, from 1 to this, then from 2 to this, then from 3 to this. Like this you have to go on drawing the lines. From 5 and 6 it is already horizontal line drawn. Then whatever the line, whatever the points that you have marked on this horizontal line, that is on the length, draw a vertical lines from this, and wherever this vertical line from this one and this inclined line from this one from the vertical line, okay, so from here whatever the line is there, and from this one whatever the line, vertical line we are going to draw, it will intersect at certain point, and that is actually the point on the ellipse, sorry, on the parabola. Similarly you draw this line from the 2, and then also draw this vertical line from this 2, okay, it will be giving you second point on this parabola. Then similarly when you draw it vertical from this, you will get a third point on the parabola, fourth point on the parabola, fifth point on the parabola, and this is the sixth point, last point. Exactly similar way if you divide this line of length and this height into equal number of parts, and again draw the verticals and join these points with the center of this rectangle. So you will get again the intersecting point on this side. Okay, that gives us the parabola. Now we will see the next, that is hyperbola.